Hello, welcome, sit down. We've reached episode 7 of Game of Thrones Season 1. Last episode, Daenerys' brother had his brain boiled by some liquid gold, which is always a nice way to end the episode. Can't beat a bit of a old brain boiling. On the subject of brains, I realised I'm not going to be able to cut my hair for maybe 2 more months, so I might have to cull it myself, and if I do, I might have to record myself doing it. So if anyone would consider watching me cut my hair, I suppose I might consider it. Anyway, on to episode 7. Tensions are really getting to a head now, and I'm guessing these last 3-4 episodes are going to be pretty crazy. This one is called You Win or You Die. Very ominous sounding.
Hornet Stark.
Okay, so we have a famous actor, Charles Dance, appearing for the first time.
Clean.
Something really interesting and hypnotic about the idea of skinning like that. Like, I'm not sure if that's an actual animal or a really good prop with good sound effects.
I'm giving you half of our forces. 30,000 men.
30,000 men, that's quite a lot.
Bring the cattle in Stark's girlhood home and remind
So
her
this
that
isn't good.
Lannisters
It seems like the
pay their
beginning
debts.
of the end. Certainly the beginning of the war and the end of possibly the Starks.
About what other people think of you.
I could care less what anyone thinks of me.
Couldn't care less. The phrase is couldn't care less.
That's not an opinion, it's a fact.
My brother's worth 1,000 of your friend.
Your brother? Or your lover?
Oh, he knows.
Jamie and I are more than brother and sister. We shared a womb.
I think they've shared a couple of wombs together.
Came into this world together, we belong together.
And I think they might leave this world together. Possibly.
There's things that sleep in the day and hunt at night.
Like cats.
Owls and shadow cats.
I'm not talking about owls and shadow cats.
The things you speak
The White
of.
Walkers.
And they ain't sleeping no more.
So among all of this betrayal and war between all these different factions, we have the White Walkers looming. I'm wondering if they're all going to eventually team together to fight them, but it's probably quite a lot to ask, so it's probably just going to be every house for themselves while the White Walkers pick them off. Here we go. Here's the two we wanted to hear about. This is our power couple right here.
I miss girls.
You didn't do anything with girls to miss
Not even
them.
talking to them. I never talk to them.
There's no rider.
So, the very first thing we saw in Game of Thrones was what's happening here. The White Walkers killing Rangers. And it seems to be getting worse.
Where's my uncle?
Ooh, imagine if Jon Snow's uncle came back as a White Walker like that little girl did at the beginning. And he had to fight his own uncle. So, Robert got injured by a boar off camera, which is a little bit suspicious, I think. And now they're kind of toying with the idea that he could die from it. I never thought he was going to survive the whole series, but I'm still not sure if this is where he dies or not. I guess we find out now. Ugh. To be fair, that could just be red wine coming out of him.
Stinks like death. Don't think I can't smell it.
So I see this as the first big death, in my opinion. Definitely the first character I really care about dying. Ned's bodyguard was cool, but I never really connected with him as I did King Robert.
You damned fool.
He is a fool.
Hereby command Eddard of House Stark to serve as Lord Regent and Protector of the Realm upon my death. To rule in my stead. Until my son Joffrey comes of age.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. This being the first series, I'm guessing that's not going to happen for that reason. Also, Cersei is never going to let that happen. Ned rule over her son. She's not going to allow that.
Daenerys. Stop it if it's not too late.
It's going to be too late. We already know.
King Robert Baratheon. Murdered by a pig.
Well, I guess that's that then. He really is dying. This one's for you, King Robert. Oh. It's probably been about 3 months since I last drank anything alcoholic, so I'm hoping I don't get too fucked.
His Grace has had a change of heart concerning Daenerys Targaryen. Whatever arrangements you made, unmake them at once.
I'm afraid those birds have flown.
See, with this guy, I'm not sure if he would even unmake them if he could unmake them. I don't really know where his loyalties are.
I have a dry red from the arbor.
I'll take some.
Nectar of the gods. Let me give
Seriously
you a
though, you shouldn't be accepting drinks from strangers.
You honour me,
especially if
sir.
you're a princess.
The honor is all
Or
mine.
whatever she is.
Something wrong?
I have a thirst.
Open. Drink a wine this rich without at least giving it time to breathe.
Do as he says.
Come on.
As the princess commands. Taste it, my lord.
No, after
Tell
you.
me that
You
that is not
first.
the finest wine that has ever touched your tongue.
You first.
Exactly.
Me? I'm afraid I am not worthy of the vintage. It is a poor wine merchant who will
Drink
drink up
the
his own
damn
wares.
wine.
You will drink.
Maybe he prefers beer. I really enjoyed that scene. It was nice little bit of tension. The close-up shots almost remind me of Kill Bill.
You came to us as outlaws.
Oh, they're having a little
Poachers.
graduation ceremony.
I'm no ranger.
So too, you
Is the
must
steward's life
wash
for me?
away
I don't think Sam would mind that.
of being a steward. Your grudges.
Not much, really.
Forget old
But there's
John
food.
and old loves. Alive.
These two.
John to the stewards, Rancer to the builder,
Oof.
Echiel to the builders, Gordo to the stewards, Nico to the rangers, Escan to the rangers, Borkoy to the builders,
Oh, it was
Jordan to
him.
the stables,
It was Curly.
Nick to the kitchens, Allo to the builders.
Give me an hour and I can put 100 swords at your command.
And what should I do with 100 swords?
Strike! Tonight while the castle sleeps. We must get Joffrey away from his mother and into our custody.
That's a good
Protector
idea.
of the realm or no, he who holds the king holds the kingdom. Every moment you delay gives Cersei another moment to prepare. By the time Robert dies, it will be too late for the both of us.
What about Stannis? I will not dishonor Robert's last hours by shedding blood in his halls and dragging frightened children from their beds.
Ugh. See, this is where, as a viewer, you can understand that that would be a really good idea to preemptively strike against Cersei and Joffrey, but in his position, someone like him and his morals, he wouldn't do that, even though we know it's going to come back to bite him.
The Queen has a dozen knights and 100 men-at-arms, enough to overwhelm what remains of my household guard. The city watch is 2,000 strong, and sworn
So
to
we've got a
defend the
huge
King's
power
peace.
vacuum here. All of the various agents are planning what's going to happen when the king dies. Not necessarily to go down on the side of right, just the side of who they think will aid them more personally. What is this? We have trees with crying blood faces. I don't know if we've come across these or been referenced to these before. These two. Everyone's hugging. It's a big man loving.
King Robert still wants me dead.
This poison was the first, he won't be the last.
So we're really about to have a big war based on a miscommunication.
Lord Stark, King Joffrey and the Queen Regent request your presence in the throne room.
King Joffrey?
King Robert is gone.
Don't
Gods
go,
give him rest.
don't go. I would say get out of there. King Robert is finally dead. Probably good for him because he's not going to have to deal with all of this anymore. Now, even though I haven't watched the show before, I've heard of Joffrey and I've seen him in pictures with the crown, so I was kind of assuming that was going to happen, and I knew things weren't going to go smoothly because it's season 1. Also, there's no way Cersei was going to let Ned take over, even until Joffrey was of age, which is kind of the downside of Ned being so good and honourable, because he could have just killed Joffrey or taken him prisoner. Now they're probably going to kill him or take him prisoner. But he did promise Robert that he would take care of Joffrey, so it makes sense how he wouldn't just, kill him as soon as he said that afterwards.
All hail his grace.
Ned
Joffrey
can't even
of
fight
houses
either.
Baratheon and Lannister, the first of his name.
Today I shall accept oaths of fealty from my loyal councillors.
I've got your oath right here.
Lord Eddard Stark is herein named Protector of the Realm.
She's not going to care.
To rule as regent.
A piece of paper.
Now Ned's stuck there with his gammy leg.
Bend the knee and swear loyalty to my
He
son.
can't bend his knees. His legs are fucked.
I did warn you not to trust me.
So things have really gone past the point of no return now. There's this power vacuum after the king's death. I suppose it's not really a vacuum anymore because there's been a coup by the Queen and Joffrey, who isn't even the rightful heir of the throne, we don't think. Then again, that goes back to what Cersei was saying about how she keeps it in the family and how anyone who isn't a Lannister is an enemy. So I guess Joffrey, we think, is the son of Jaime and Cersei, which means he's 100% Lannister. Then you have their father gearing up for war. Looks like they're just gonna rule everything pretty much. This is certainly the beginning of the big conflict, I think. I'm guessing the next 3 episodes are going to be pretty crazy. This episode was actually filmed and edited within 1 week, which is a record for me so far. Although I don't really like giving schedules, all the other episodes have come out every Sunday, every 2 weeks. And this one's coming out in 1 week. So I don't really want to make any promises. I could try and get one out every week, but I don't want to promise anything. I'm not going to put anything in writing at the moment. But at the moment I'm doing 3 different shows, kind of simultaneously. I'll do a special effect to show you them. Actually, I'll only show you 2 of them because I'm assuming you know about the Game of Thrones one. But hey, I'm really looking forward to the next episode. It's really kicking it into a new gear. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to think of a good thumbnail.